Here we are for a new Tenson Journeys installment, and I have the great honor to be with one of the individuals I have great respect for in the Khumbu region, Tommy Gustafsson, who has been working on a very special project here, and I'm going to pitch it right over to you. Help introduce Tenson Journeys with what you're working on here.
Yeah, sure. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to come here. So this place where we're standing, the buildings behind me, they're called SagarmathaNEXT, and it's a kind of a combination center. It's for upcycling waste materials, solid waste, and it's a visitors information center. So it's kind of a combination of enlightening people about this region, the Khumbu Valley, the Sagarmatha National Park, but at the same time put the finger on, the challenges with growing tourism, which has been growing exponentially over the last 10, 15 years, which is fantastic. It is a great benefit for local people who lives here, but it also comes with some side effects, which solid waste is one of them, and that's one of our focuses here. So basically what we try to do is to showcase here, by the help of artists that we bring here, we invite them to come. They can use waste materials and create all kinds of artwork. That can be sculptures, it can be collages and paintings, it can be installations, photographic art, it doesn't matter. As long as it has a connection to waste and solid waste, they are most welcome. And by doing that, we hope to kind of inspire both the local population here to see waste materials in a different way. Because as it is now, it's trash. So you want to get rid of it. And unfortunately, collection of waste works, but after collection it goes usually into landfills and try to burn it and then have to cover it up and leave it in the ground, which is not good. Not good for the air, not good for the ground, not good for the groundwater. So we want to kind of be part of helping out to change that. So changing mindsets is a very important part of the center, to show that you can actually take waste materials, turn them into something valuable, something beautiful, like art. Now, we cannot use all of the waste here, of course. We have to bring some of it back out for proper recycling by recycling companies. Now, that creates some challenges. How do you bring maybe 100, 200 tons of waste out of this remote valley with no roads back to Kathmandu, where the recycling facilities are? So we were thinking of why not engage everybody to participate. So for example, we had 60,000 visitors, we had 20,000 guides and staff coming here in 2019, a normal year. We have 7,000 local people, so we're talking 90,000 people who moves back and forth. Why not reach out to them? So we created an idea we called Carry Me Back. It's a bag, weighs about 1 kilo when it's filled with shredded plastic or shredded aluminum. And we have a pickup station in Namche because everybody has to pass there on their way back to Lukla. So if we could get everybody to take 1 or 2 kilo, one day walk back to Lukla, we could actually bring out 100 to 200 tons without actually any extra cost, and everybody is part of the solution.
And you piloted that already?
We did a pilot test in 2019, in the autumn, and it was a fantastic response. We had 1,000 bags, in 4 days all were gone. We had to repack them and bring them back up 5-6 times. And 2,500 people actually participated and brought 5 tons back. So we're hopeful that with more kind of attention to it, more information about it to everyone who comes here, and also involve the locals, of course, hopefully in the future we can get the main part of the waste out by using this Carry Me Back system.
Right.
So that's one of the main frames of this center, is basically inspiration, information, try to gather people to participate in restoring and keeping this place for the future.
Right. And, we've monitored this entire project, and we're excited that you are getting ready to launch, if all works out the way it's planned, next spring 2022. And we're here because we're talking about collaborative futures. Tenson, a 70-year-old brand, is kind of in a similar situation to the Khumbu region. For Tenson, we're restoring, we're stitching back together our history. We're trying to get better at what we're doing in sustainability, keeping and building on the quality. And as you were telling the story last night, it sounded quite similar, where you're involving everybody in that process and trying to explore how do you stitch back together a conservation orientation to the region and have everybody jump into that.
Yeah, no, exactly, because it's with main big challenges basically that we face in all different kinds of areas and places in the world. I mean, it sometimes becomes, as an individual, you sometimes feel overwhelmed. You know, what am I going to do to change it? But like this carry me back idea, I mean, if you carry 1 or 2 kilo and everybody does the same, it becomes 100 or 200 tons. So your kilos matters
In aggregate.
in aggregate.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's like walking to base camp. It takes 30,000 steps from Namche to base camp.
Yeah.
But if you don't take the first or the second step,
Yeah.
you ain't going to end up there.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
So it's kind of like, again, it's changing a little bit of our mindset
Yeah.
that if we all do a little effort on our behalf, and we are many that does it,
Right.
it makes a huge impact. Then you can make real big changes.
Right.
So that's
Well,
what
we're
trying to do.
prepared to start helping call attention to this, and we're super eager to see your launch. And it's our dream to be here with you when that launch happens. So we're looking forward to it.
That sounds fantastic.
All right.
Everybody who wants to participate and be part of this, I think that's going to make more certain that we're going to take the steps in the right direction.
Perfect.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for being here.
Well,
Looking
great
forward
see
to
you.
it.
Thank you.